Hello, thank you, wonderful viewers. I am reading today. There are so many things I want to read on today. H.R. McMaster is out. We knew that was coming. We didn't know when, and he was indeed the next domino to fall. I did that video asking if he was, and sure enough, he is the next. But there are other dominoes, right? We still have our eye on a few. I am reading today, though, on John Bolton, McMaster's replacement, because people are concerned about him. He's hawkish, meaning he prefers military action. Okay, we have the battle weary. I feel like this is us. You know, we're kind of battle weary, like, oh my gosh, what's coming up next? Okay. These political terms are decades old, and hawkish or doves. Doves are more in favor of diplomacy and really not inclined toward military action, whereas hawks are more inclined toward military action. And he's considered hawkish because he, spoke in favor of a military action for North Korea. And even in the past, he's spoken in favor of a military action, some type of something in Iran. So, I mean, he's been hawkish as he's made his appearances on Fox News, where our president, who is a great big fan, became convinced that he would be a good replacement for H.R. McMaster, who is not so, not as hawkish. And I know Trump wants to have a lot more people around him who will say yes to him. So the concern is, will we have a military action started by the U.S. anytime soon? I'm going to do a past, present, future. Now we know at least Bolton, he won't be in his position until, I think, mid-April. So, well, that's good. And we still have the tower, come tumbling down around Trump. So hopefully Trump is got so much less power by then that he's just not able to do that. Let's see, left we have, in past we have the High Priestess, mysteries, secrets sometimes. We have the Four of Pentacles, people interested in money, hanging on to their money. We have death in the past. Well, and that could be H.R. McMaster going. I still think that Trump's power is pretty dead. I do. Okay, we have the Nine of Swords. So everybody's worrying in the present. Yes, we know this. We do. Yes, that's too many of us, right? Yes. Oh boy, we have sneakiness and double dealings and stealth by someone in the present. That's Trump, I feel like. He is trying to do whatever he can to end this investigation and to surround himself with people who will do his bidding. And I would be worried that Trump's strategy could be to start something to distract from the problems in his own presidency, like how the country pulls together and stuff when there's a conflict. In the future, the Fool. We have hope, though, in the present. I like that, you guys. We have hope in the present. In the future, the Fool. And I don't know what that Fool means. It can be good, it can be bad. We have the Ten of Cups, so we have some. That's a good sign. I like seeing that in the future. But we've got the Three of Swords, so some heartache. All right, guys. And my question is, and I feel like I need to clarify this, is there a military action begun by Trump with Bolton? All right, let me shuffle. I know I shuffled them, but I like to shuffle them again. All right. And this Death card, I'm glad to see it in the past. That's good. So that means that's something that's a figurative death that has already occurred. And that could be McMaster out. But I hope it's Trump's power to make these kinds of decisions and get these kinds of things done. All right, so let me look at the High Priestess. We have secrets here. Queen of Wands. Okay, so there's a secret purpose happening here. There's a secret purpose happening, a secret goal. Okay. So that could be, I have this sense that this is representative of Trump's sneaky plan, right? This one is. This one in the past here, I think, is about a counter plan. I think it's a counter plan. I think it's our governmental officials and Congress people making a plan to, a contingency plan. If Trump does this, we'll do that. If Trump does this, we'll do that. That kind of thing. And we have the Fool, though, in the past, and we have the Fool in the future. So we have the energy of the Fool over this whole time, right? And the Fool invites people to walk out into the unknown and start a new beginning, have a new beginning. And that makes sense because it's right above the Death card here. So something is ending, and there's an invitation, I feel like, by the universe to all these players to step out into something uncertain and do something. You know what I feel like? I feel like there's a lot of talks in the back rooms about, okay, how far will we let this man go? And it has to be in the GOP. I mean, the Democratic legislators, they already have had their talks, right? They know how bad it is. They know they're doing everything they can, or they feel like they are anyway. But the GOP senators and representatives are having talks, and cabinet members too. They're having talks. What do we do if this happens? What do we do if that happens? And that's been going on. That's in the past. And we don't know anything about it. That's why it's mysterious. But there have been some goals set and some plans laid. So I find that one really reassuring. Let's see whether they'll be successful or not. This Death card. Okay. All right. Death card in the past. But the Ace of Swords is truth. The sort of the push for truth. Insight, revelation, plans, intellect. So I don't know what that is. Frankly, I don't get a good feeling from those two cards together. I don't feel like I was kind of thinking maybe it's the death of the president's power to do these things, but I think that might be the blow that he gives the Mueller investigation, to tell you the truth, because this is about truth and there's death. So I think that might be about a problem with that investigation. Of course, it could be, I just don't get the sense. I want to make this something positive, like it could be the end of his power because truth is coming out, but that doesn't feel right to me. I don't think it's something positive. Okay, so the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords in the present. So, but there is devastation, there is worry, that I do feel like there's this mixed reading. This is a mixed reading. There's devastation in the presidency, right? But this is present, so that's not any kind of military action because it's not happening right now. And we know Bolton's not until mid-April. So it's not... That's McMaster gone. Maybe that's what that is, and we're all, and everybody's worried about it. He's gone now, and he's going, and we're all worried about it. His influence on the president is certainly gone. Okay, but yep. This is Trump. He's trying to get away with something sneaky. He's trying to end this Mueller investigation, but Mueller is there. So in the present, Mueller is still in place, and he is working harder than ever to find truth. So this guy's trying to get out of it. Trump is trying to get out of it really, really hard. He's trying every underhanded, sneaky, deceptive plan he possibly can. But look at this, you guys. Hope and then hope again. Oh my gosh. So universe is really telling us, spirit is really telling us, have hope, be hopeful. Don't get bogged down in fear. Be hopeful. There is something hopeful coming. So this is good. Okay. All right. I feel like this reading is saying there's going to continue to be some negative news coming out. Trump did this, Trump did that. Oh my God. And we're going to worry about it. But the universe is telling us please don't. All right. So we have the energy of the Fool in the future. And that is, and we had it in the past too. It's sort of like that's overarching this whole time, this energy of the Fool. And the Nine of Pentacles, that's a woman. I feel like there will be a woman coming forward in the future and just saying, hang it all, I'm going to do this, and speaking. And that'll be a good thing. This energy of the Fool that's overarching this energy is tempting all of the senators and House and representatives and politicians and everybody involved in these political dealings lately to come forward, to be honest. That's what it is. It's tempting them to come forward, to deal with this, to leave the familiar. This is the GOP then. Okay. To leave the familiar and to leave what makes them feel secure and flush with money, to go out on a limb and do something that's a brand new beginning. Do something right. Do something that's a brand new beginning. And there will be a woman coming out in the future, like coming out with the energy of the Fool and just saying, whatever happens, however the cards fall, this is what I'm doing. Let it happen. And she will be speaking. All right. And we have the Ten of Cups and we have that card of mutual respect. All right. And that looks like security, contentment. Yeah. And then we have the Three of Swords with the Three of Pentacles. So neither one are stable energy. We have people working together to build something, but it comes out of heartache. So, the way I'm reading this is that Trump is not able to get out from under the scandal, get out from under the news stories that are plaguing him. He is not able to do that because it's like big splash after big splash in the media where he's not able to complete this plan, this sneaky plan he's got. He's just not able to do it because all of this other stuff is hanging over him. He's lost some credibility. He has lost some credibility, even though he's tried to put an end to the truth and he's thrown up roadblocks with this investigation, and he has had some success in shutting some people up. That's what I'm getting here. He's had some success at that. He's had some success at throwing up roadblocks to the investigation. And all these people he's fired with this death card, yeah, that's part of that. But, there's hope times 2 here from the universe for us. We're going to keep hearing things. We're going to keep hearing things. And I don't see a military action. This heartache here is heartache that's been around for a long time. This is our problems in our government. I really do not see a military action. We don't see the tower here. We don't see death in the future. We don't see, no. And I got the impression as I laid this card that this was the U.S. working with other countries to enhance stability. No, you know what I'm seeing this last row as in the future, guys? I am seeing it as us dealing with the damage that this presidency has done. And it does bring us some heartache, but we are working. We are working to reestablish security and peace and our relationships. It's not going to happen quickly, though. This is sort of like the beginning of that. There's like I said, there's going to be more news stories coming out that just really make the Trump presidency lame duck. You know, he's not going to be able to get anything done. He's not. He thinks this Bolton coming in is going to be the key. No, he's not. He's not going to have the authority to do that because there have been players in on Washington, good people making good plans, contingency plans, plans that will help to keep us secure, people taking responsibility for the risk that this president poses. And they're taking responsibility to head him off at the pass at every turn. And even be done, you know, they're planning. They've got a plan to end his presidency. Yes, they do. So, guys, I find this reading reassuring. Deep sigh, the star card. This is the one we have to remember, you guys. Spirit gave it to us twice, that in the same location. This is what we have to remember, okay? Well, thank you so much. Bye-bye.